All right, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, this is the semi-finals of our Highlander Shadow Game Tournament. Biggest Shadow Game Tournament that we have had ever. We are seeing first overall seed BMT face off against high-rated duelist Derfinchna, aka Harrison. BMT is going to start it off with Master Cerberus, triggering its effect to add the Jackal King, activating the Jackal King in scale, Jackal King effect, destroying itself to summon out the Master Cerberus, activating the spell power control. Pop Gamer, how's it going? Yes, no HP, this is going for a while. This is the biggest Shadow Game that we have had ever. It's going to go for a minute. And this is only semis. Activating the Servant in scale. Of course he has the Servant. He searched it off of control. Summoner's Art. He's probably going to go for Metal Foes. Adding the Vol Flame. Putting one spell counter on the Master Cerberus and the Servant. Activating Zephyr Providence. Zephyr is the deck that BMT is most known for. BMT plays that deck in Lube Coop's Bad format every Friday, 6 p.m. Go check him out. That's my boy. Adding the Oracle of Zephyr to hand, putting another spell counter on each of these. Activating the Oracle of Zephyr, that represents a net of 3 spell counters, and he adds a Zephyr card to his hand. Adding the Zephyrath as a high scale. Right, I'm pretty sure Zephyrath is a high scale. Yeah, it's like a 5. You can summon 4 and 3 now. Activating the Servant effect. Summoning itself and an Endymion card from deck. Opting to summon the Endymion, Sorcerer Supreme. Now, if Electromite was still real, rip the boy. He is banned. He is in jail in the furthest depths of banless hell. He would have gone into that, but instead, this deck opts to go for Crowley to search out the spellbook engine. And if you have noticed, BMT is not normal summoned yet. So he's going to search out the blue boy. He revealed 3 spellbook cards, showed them to Harrison, and then he picked a random one. Electromite's a woman. Okay, did not know that. My apologies for misgendering Electromite. Apologies. Placing the Zephyrath in scale, activating its effect, sending the Neo, making it a scale 7. BMT thinking about the line of play. It's a very interesting deck. Just cramming all these good, like, engines together into one, along with the Endymion stuff and the spellbook stuff, is honestly really strong, I feel. Maybe stronger than like level 3 Needle Fiber Turbo. Activating the Garuda in the scale as a scale 4. So now he can summon a level 6 and a level 5, not much better. It's gonna pen summon the Jackal King and the Neo. Neo effect's gonna resolve. Adding a Zephyr or Yang Zing spell and trap, opting for the Divine Strike because he has Zephyrath in scale. Electromite is in horny jail? No. Electromite is in Guantanamo Bay for war crimes associated with a 1 Astrograph Sorcerer. BMT thinking here, linking off the Crowley and the Neo for the Celine. Beautiful deck, mommy. Absolutely gorgeous hair. As someone with long hair, I approve. Activating the Celine effect to get 6 spell counters on it. Setting up a lock with Celine and Endymion. Sorcerer Supreme, aka Doctor Strange. Pretty formidable board. Set Divine Strike, Endymion, Jackal, Celine. Not bad. Let's see how Harrison plays this out. Just gonna refresh myself on what Harrison does real quick. I see. This is a mess. I remember now. Harrison's deck is an absolute mess. They need to do a Bleach remake, as that show is so old. Changed my mind. So here's what I think. They need to do the Blood War arc first, and that's what they're doing. He's gonna summon the Corbane, activate the Candina. Divine Strike's gonna hit that. He Godarla'd over the Jackal King. And he's gonna summon the Thunder King, the Thunder Strike Kaiju. Well, I think it's not the Blood War, it's the 1,000-Year War, right? I haven't seen Bleach in a while. But that arc is epic. But yeah, it probably needs to get remade. Maybe in the style of like Dragon Ball GT, that kind of thing. That'd be pretty dope. because it's just so long, right? And there's only like 2 filler arcs that matter. He's gonna attack over the Endymion with the Thunder King, triggering Endymion effect. Searching him a spell card. Searching the pen call. Haikyuu wish we got a second season of Akame Kill. Akame ga Kill, sorry. You know, never seen that one. I heard it's good though. I think he's gonna attack over the Selene with the Korobane. Main phase 2. Harrison easily breaking these boards with the main decked Kaijus. Strong meta call. Darling in the Franks? No. No thank you. I do not want that. BMT activating the pen call. Harrison, however, probably has still like 2 more board breaking stuff that he could use. Pen call sending Silvered, adding 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your hand. Magician cards in the Pendulum zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use 1 Pendulum call per turn. You cannot activate this card if you have activated a Magician monster's Pendulum effect this turn. Purple Poison Magician as the normal summon. Moving to battle phase, he's going to swing into the Korobane, taking 800, triggering the Purple Poison Magician's effect. Maybe main phase 2, going for some sort of pen summon. He's going to pop the Thunder King with Purple Poison. And then Godarla swing into the Korobane. Now that is a big brain play right there. Instead of deciding to combo off, conserving resources, recognizing that Harrison probably has 1,000,001 blowout cards for big boards. Just sitting on this Godarla, going to main phase 2. Can't even pen summon right now because of the Garuda. He probably does not play another Zephyr monster for Zephyrath to send. Passing it back to Harrison, standby main. He's gonna set one, pass it back. It is now the turn of BMT. Let's see what he does. He has a lot of options open to him right now. One of which is not pen summoning, because he has the 4 and then the 5. Unless he has another Zephyr monster in deck, he is not gonna be able to pen summon, because he needs to modify the scale to make room. Godarla swinging into the set card out of Harrison. Going into siding for game 2. Just real quick, I want to plug something. No, never mind. Well, while they're, you know, like scooping and then going into siding, for all of you on YouTube, this is a little bit of an outdated statistic. It's a slight bit better, but it's still like this ratio. Right up there. About 75% of you who are watching this video right now are not subscribed. If you guys could please do that for me, if you're making it this far and you enjoy this kind of content and the content that I produce on my YouTube, please do so. Why would you not want these videos in your sub box every day, 9 p.m., right as you're going to bed? Like, that's perfect, right? You snuggle up, you watch a Shadow Game vid on your phone, and you drift soundly to sleep to the supple tones of my vocal cords. Anyway, let's get back into it. They're not done siding, but that was just a quick shameless plug for the YouTube channel. And we're back. They're still siding. So Harrison opting to make BMT go first. Not surprising with all the blowout going second cards in Harrison's deck that we have seen, like the Kaiju package. BMT hard opening the Oracle of Zephyr, searching the Zephyrath. Probably going to send the Zephyr Nui off of that. I mean, Niu. Sorry, Zephyr Niu. I always pronounce that name wrong. Oh, today is going to be absolutely great for my average viewership. My average viewership right now is just above 10. So being at 11 is going to be good. Like all day. Scaling the Oath Dragon and then pen summoning the Niu and the Time Gazer. Adding off the Niu a Zephyr Providence. Activating the Providence. Adding the Divine Strike. Okay. Extra deck thinning in a 60 card format is pretty good. Setting probably the Divine Strike. He has the Zephyrath in scale. And for what we have seen, that's about how many Zephyr cards he plays. Going for 2 into IP Masquerena. Masquerena, aight. Does he have another card? I don't think he's normal summoned yet. Pass turn with an extra set. What could that be? I mean, in theory, right? If he really wanted to, BMT could use Masquerena effect to dodge a card into Link Cross, technically? But I don't think that's what's gonna happen. Battle phase. Oh no. Harrison, with the evenly matched in the 60 card format, baits out the Divine Strike, banishing the Niu. Main phase 2. Any Farfa 2s in chat? Very good use of a going second card by Harrison. Activating the drones. Oh, this. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Normal summon 001. He could go for the Kagari. Add back the drones. Go needle fiber. No, he's just not going to opt to do that. Go needle fiber effect. And then I think he goes like full combo. Like full wombo, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am combo. Harrison, a very skilled combo pilot, has played Chaos Dragons for a while, has played Thunder Dragon for a little bit, has played Combo Infernoid in the past with Lair. Very skilled, both mid-range, combo, and control player. Just very good at the game overall. Has only entered a few Shadow games, though. He hasn't had the time. But now that he does, we're seeing him absolutely destroy the competition, even against first seed overall BMT. Auroradon triggering, summoning the 3 machine tokens, then triggering the 001, because more than 1 machine monster was summoned at the same time. Then using the Auroradon effect to trigger 2, and summon the O-Lion from deck. As per usual, we've seen this combo so many times throughout the tournament that honestly... Ooh! The call by the grave for the Auroradon, that's huge. That's huge. That's big. So now what? Does he go into a 7? He's gonna go into the Herald and probably pass. But then again, Herald versus Pendulum is pretty good. Honestly. If they were so... Oh, Neos Fusion raw off the top. No Verte required. Banishing the Neos and the Rainbow Dragon for the Rainbow Neos. This has seen a lot of play in invoked Mech Knight lists as of late. This card is insane. Once per turn, you can activate an effect, send a monster you control to the graveyard, shuffle all monsters your opponent controls into the deck. Or you can send a spell and trap you control to the graveyard, shuffle all spell traps into the deck that return the scales. That's huge. BMT getting his turn. Ripping the Allure off the top. This might be a blind Allure. No, it doesn't look like it. He banishes the Brotar. Let's see what's going to go on. Let's see what's happening. He has a Herald to play around, and he has a Rainbow Neos to get over. That's a big boy. That's 4/5. That is unheard of. He found the Oath Dragon. Herald's going to negate sending the Oath Dragon to the graveyard. Battle phase. Swing over the token. Swing over the token. Main phase 2. Passing it back to Harrison. Stand by main. Let's see if Harrison can bring it back and take this game 2 victory, moving it to game 3. It seems that way. He already has the card on field up on BMT, but then also he has a hand advantage. Moving to battle phase, swinging over the IP Masquerena, evening up that board state so that he's 1 up. Passing it back to BMT, even on cards in hand, but 1 card up. No, sorry, BMT is 1 card down of hand advantage. Well, field advantage. Activating the pen call, pitching the combination, adding 2 Magician Pendulum monsters with different names from the deck to the hand. And then also, scales cannot be destroyed by card effects until the next turn. You can only activate a pen call this turn, and if you activate... You cannot activate pen call if you've activated the Magician monster's Pendulum effect this turn. Thinking on the targets... Or it might be Harrison thinking on the response. He's going to add Celestial Magician and Purple Poison. He might just normal summon the Purple Poison. Swing into this. No, he's going to scale the Purple Poison. Scale the Celestial Magician. Pen summon the Time Gazer? I guess. He establishes scales and then uses Purple Poison to attack in, destroying the Purple Poison, popping the Rainbow Neos. That is the one problem with this card. Danny! Thanks for the resub for that hot and spicy 4 months. Hey, Zeros. Welcome back. Okay. And then BMT just scoops it up for game 2. Forgetting that pen call makes it so that Purple Poison cannot pop itself to resolve its effect when it's destroyed. Moving on to game 3. Quick siding from both players. Very quick. I like that. They both know exactly what they want to do. This is the semi-finals, Zeros. Game 3. Next game is the finals. We might run it a little bit long today, but that's fine. That's perfectly reasonable. BMT starting off, activating the Zephyrath, sending the Neo to the face-up Pendulum. Face-up extra deck for the Pendulum monsters. Yep, Pendulum. Yep, Pendulum. Yep, best deck. Yep. Activating the Terraforming. Probably looking to find the Oracle of Zephyra, adding the, adding the Dragon Ravine. Interesting. Does that telegraph that he already has Oracle of Zephyra in hand? Activating the Dragon's Ravine. He's probably going to discard a card to send a dragon to the graveyard. And that he does, he's going to send the 1-for-1. That telegraphs that he doesn't have a monster in hand. He's going to send the Dark Worm, summon Dark Worm. Dark Worm, add Gate 0. Gate 0, honestly, is just like a fantastic Pendulum card. It's just, when you get to Dark Worm, it's a free scale 0. And he's going to pen summon back the Neo, because that makes Zephyrath a scale 7. And then he's also going to pen summon the Pendulum Sorcerer and the Black Fang. Chainlink 1, Neo. Chainlink 2, Pendulum Sorcerer. Popping the scales. And that's fine, because he's going to get Guitardle and a Lizard draw right here. Yep. And then Neo's going to add him the Zephyr Providence, which is probably going to search the Divine Strike. Maybe Zephyr War. Nope, it's just the Divine Strike. So now, what does he do with all this? Does he go into Crowley? And then make LP? Or does he scale the cards, look for the draw? He's going to scale the Guitardle. And he's going to scale the Lizard draw. Triggering the Guitardle, draw 1. And he's going to pop the Lizard draw 1. So now he has a scale 6. And he doesn't have another scale. But I mean, that's fine because he's already Pendulum summoned, right? He's going to go for Selene, activating Selene effect. Putting 5 spell counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, using Dark Word to summon LP. LP effect to summon something from deck. I don't know what that would be. It would probably be Brotar. That's the one card that we've seen. Yep, the Brotar effect. A Brotar. Targeting the Selene to add a light spellcaster by pitching the Servant. Adding the Veiler for an extra level of interruption. Linking off for a Pisty. Pisty effect to bring back the Brotar. He is currently locked into only dragons. He's going to link both of the guard dragons off for a Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. He's going to activate Selene effect. He's going to special summon the Servant from grave. Still has 2 spell counters, though. He could go into a 3-man Apollosa. No, 2 into IP Masquerena. Set 1. Set 2. Pass turn. Alright, Harrison sitting here thinking for a little bit on his opening play. This is a long time for Harrison to think about the opening play. Okay, he's gonna Kaiju the IP Masquerena with the Jizukiru. Sounds good to me. Does he have another Kaiju in hand to summon? So hypothetically speaking, right? Widow Anchor, taking the negating the Jizukiru? Was that a misclick? I mean, I guess neither of the other effects matter, because Selene has 2 counters, it needs 3. Activating the Seal Eel. Never seen this card before. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. That face-up monster has its effects to gain until the end of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. That's pretty good. Pretty good scale. 3 lets you summon 4. Not bad. Activating Gizmek Kaku in hand. And he's gonna equip the Selene, probably. Yep, and there it is. And he's probably gonna pull something. Nope, he has the Divine Strike set. Banishes Zephyr monster in the extra deck, negate the activation if you do destroy it. That baits out the Divine Strike. He still has 1 card set. He has 10 cards face up in his extra deck. Pretty neat. Passing it back. Standby main phase for BMT. Harrison putting up a very lackluster showing on that turn 2, activating set rotation. Probably gonna pull the Oracle of Zephyr from deck for the Sky Iris for himself, and then the Oracle of Zephyr for Harrison. Magician, Portal Repeller, Odd Eyes Monsters, Pendulums, card effects, you can target one of their faces. Huh. So, what's he gonna destroy here? He's gonna destroy the Heavenly Spheres, which does not trigger its own effect. Adding the Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon to hand. That's interesting. That card recently came out in Rise of the Duelist as a OCG import that we've been waiting for a very long time. Activating its own effect in hand to, let's see here. You discard this card and pay 500. Add 1 level 8 or lower Dark Dragon Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Adding the Persona Dragon. Very powerful card for the Odd Eyes deck. Scaling the Persona Dragon. Once per turn during the end phase, if your opponent has activated a card or effect this turn that targeted 1 Odd Eyes Pendulum monster you control, and no other cards while this card is in the Pendulum Zone, special summon this card. And if you do, place 1 face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck in the Pendulum Zone, except for Persona Dragon. As a monster, quick effect, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck. It has its effects negated, until the end of the turn. He's a scale 6 and a scale 1. He can summon like half of his extra deck now. He can summon the Pendulum Sorcerer, the Black Fang, the Dark Worm, and the Servant. And that's pretty huge. He's gonna pen summon the Pendulum Sorcerer and the Black Fang. Actually, the Pendulum Sorcerer effect, destroying 1. Adding the Celestial Magician to hand. Normal summoning the Celestial Magician. Moving to battle phase. And then Harrison scoops it up. That is the semifinals, going to BMT with his Pendulum Soup deck. Disconnect policy. Whoever disconnected gets a game loss, not a match lost. A single game loss. All right, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Finals are going up tomorrow, and then whichever deck wins will get a deck profile the following day. Thanks for watching. See y'all later. Peace.